Hello everybody and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where we currently have a wee bit of a goods importation issue to our various islands here, specifically our commercial islands, are the ones that we're having a problem with that. So I'm hoping that this cargo harbor up here will do the trick. Forestry trucks coming up here, huh? Rather than here. That's interesting. Well, one thing we could do is remove this bridge or restrict this bridge to municipal vehicles only. If we were to do that, let's see here. We would want to not clear traffic. No, that's not what we want. We want to restrict potentially particular vehicles on here. Okay, so this would be passenger cars. This would be like buses. I want that tooltip again. I don't think... Is there a way to pop that up? Maybe not. But this should be, like, exports. That's what we really want to ban here, is trucks like this one on this bridge. They don't seem to be paying any attention right now. But maybe they will in a moment. And then this, of course, is a biofuel garbage truck, which is fine. Yeah, not paying the slightest bit of attention there. So maybe I banned the wrong thing. That is a possibility. So in that case, no, I keep doing that. I want to not... Did I just clear all traffic? Well, we didn't have any traffic jams, so I didn't mean to clear all traffic. But I guess that's okay? Maybe? Okay, these have to be goods carrying trucks, right? I think I accidentally cleared all traffic, but that will reset things, I guess. So there's that. I didn't necessarily intend to do that, but we're going to go ahead and bulldoze this guy. And yeah, we've definitely got a goods importation problem. That is absolutely the case. And the question is, what's going to happen with it? That's a good question. I'd also like to finally address this water pollution problem. That will need to happen. It's getting extreme. No doubt about that. I want to go to eco water treatment plants. That's an inland water treatment plant there. That's a tank reservoir. Eco water treatment plant. So I want to go to these guys. So we're going to put that in right now. We can afford that at this exact moment. And what is the throughput of that? 160,000? So that's actually an upgrade over this water drain pipe. We're going to get rid of this water drain pipe. And then, of course, connect this like so. There we go. And we've got the eco water drain pipe, or the eco water outlet here. So that's producing less in terms of pollution. And the eco water treatment plant should help this quite a bit, in theory. It'll take a while for that pollution to go away, though, if it ever does, with the water flow we've got going on here. We're going to get rid of a bunch of these structures here. We just have a huge importation problem. Okay, I want to take a look at what we've got going on up here. Okay. Oh, right. These would all have reset as well. It's going to take them time to space out. Sure. Yeah, this up here, this is all goods importation. That is all this is. And I'm just wondering why they're not actually importing goods. That's interesting. Is there a policy that we need to set for that or something along those lines? I mean, recycling centers work with plus 20% efficiency, sure. I'm just checking to see if there's anything in here. I don't think so. I don't think so. So that's a little awkward, overall. Okay. So it's just not importing goods. I think that's all there is to it. We've, of course, got our fishing boats going on over here. I'm also seeing a fair number of dead people. It looks like our crematoriums are a little bit overloaded, so we should definitely put another one in. I think that's pretty clear. If we look at our current deceased 52, capacity of 210, I think we're actually just having a hard time getting them transported to our crematoriums, and it's not a processing issue. We have no deceased stored. Actually, now 10 deceased stored here. Yeah, I think it's just we need to get there. I think that's what's happening here. I find it very interesting that a lot of these guys are pathfinding to this cargo harbor. Oh, a ship just came in here. Okay, so we're transporting cargo in, and we bring in a bug spray van. Okay, this is bringing in goods for our commercial zones. That's what we want to see. Fantastic. Now, I'm not sure where exactly they're going. They all went up this way, so I don't think that they're going to be supplying anything over here. They should all turn in over here, very close to it. Actually, a lot of them are just coming down this way anyway, rather than turning this direction. Okay, that's awkward. But I guess that's fine. Off goes a cargo ship. We should have some goods be imported here. Some. A lack of educated workers over here, huh? What do we got going on for our education? For our elementary school, we're doing okay. For our high schools, we should definitely get another high school. And where would we want to put that? We've got one here. We've got one here. We could definitely put a high school up over this direction. I wouldn't necessarily want to put it here. Well, one thing we can definitely do is back off on this power system. Yeah, that's absolutely fine as is. And then this would all be zoned like that. Okay. So we do need another high school. Where do we want to put it? We could put it over here. I feel like that's not great, in all honesty. We could put it up here. I feel like that's very close to this one. So I'd like to put it either here or perhaps over this way. Honestly, I think that's fine. Cool. So we'll do that. And we should be fine on our university. Yeah, we're absolutely fine there. Wait, what was that about, stop the fires? There are no fires, first of all. And we do stop the fires. I don't know what they're talking about. Fantastic. Okay. So obviously, we've still got a goods importation problem. Things are, I think, better than they were. But we still need to import goods. I mean, these guys coming up here to export isn't the end of the world. This cargo harbor is still seeing a lot of use. But I still find it interesting that they're pathfinding all the way up to this one rather than to this one. That's very strange to me. Okay. How are those dead people going? We've still got one over here. I'm assuming that we're going to have somebody there pretty soon. So if we go into here and grab this guy, we should be able to see a highlighted hearse. There is one over here waiting to turn. And it heads on up and doesn't really do much. Okay. Well, there's a hearse over here. It's not grabbed this one just yet. Interesting. Okay, well, that's, I think, still fine. We could maybe consider putting in another crematorium down on this island, though. That would lessen the load a little bit, and we'll have enough to do that very shortly. We could do that right now. There we go. So that will lessen the load. Our load is not a processing load, it's a transportation load. So that is fine. We've got this fire under control. No problem whatsoever there. What is a problem, of course, is our importation, but it looks like things are starting to get imported over this way via the cargo harbor. So that is fantastic. We're very, very happy to see that. And we're hoping that we get rid of this importation deficit. That'd be really nice because it's a little obnoxious, I'm not gonna lie. We definitely do need to import more goods to our commercial areas. Of course, one of the problems, I think, is that we're not actually producing any goods other than lumber, which is just like a raw export good. So that is definitely part of it. But overall, I think this is reasonably fine. I'm not seeing any major problems here, although we're going to want to expand our industrial area fairly soon here. So we will go ahead and do so. Yeah, we need to be up a little bit more than that. So down a little more than that. Like here? Yeah, that connection would work. Close enough. And then we could have a connection up over this way, although I don't like where that's connecting in at. Yeah, that's a little gross that these are the only places that we can go here. I don't love it, but this doesn't have to be peak efficiency, of course. We're going for a little bit more of a naturalistic build than a super efficient one, right? So this is fine. And we'll just have all of this be zoned industrial. There we go. Now there's a big commercial demand. Well, we're still importing a good amount of goods over here. I still find it funny that they go all the way around this way, but that might change as we develop this island a little bit. So the way that I'd want to connect it in would be something like this, although we'd need it slightly lower than that. Like here, perhaps. I don't like either of those snap points. So instead, we would turn off snapping. And we'd just bring it in something kind of like... I guess this would do. Okay, obviously power is going to be an issue over here. We're going to need to eliminate that power line, and I'm just going to run a power line like this instead and get rid of that. Cool. And then we'll zone all that up. Okay. Now I would like to get another ferry over, like over here or over here. Both of those would be good. But I don't think they're strictly speaking necessary. But we're definitely seeing a lot of goods coming in now, and that is very good. As these buildings get abandoned over here, we should, in theory, see our deficit coming to an end. Or at least getting better, our deficit of imports, that is. Now, I am seeing a dead person up over here, and that is something I had hoped would be taken care of by now. We did add in an additional crematorium. As I said, this is not a dead person processing problem. That's a dead person pickup problem. And this crematorium does have 7 hearses in use. Okay, so let's just take a look at our crematoriums here. 7 hearses in use. 7 hearses in use. I don't believe we have a crematorium on this island. And 7 hearses in use. So yeah, that's our primary issue currently. We may want to start thinking about developing this island. So that would simply be a road that came around like this for now. This would be a municipal island and would link in kind of like that. Then we can put ourselves another crematorium here. Like so. And of course, we're lacking power just off of this power line. Okay, we'll just do that. That'll do for now. Cool. So up here is the least likely commercial district to be fixed with our hub over here, our cargo hub. This one is the most likely, in my opinion, to be fixed. And you can definitely see there's a lot of goods coming in over here. Now, these are forestry here. But things like... that's just an SUV. Yeah, things like this. That's bringing in goods here. And it's also bringing in goods down over this way. We almost certainly will require an additional cargo harbor. That's definitely something we're going to have to consider. Because we're definitely bringing in almost all of our goods via sea, and we're exporting via sea as well. Now, we do have this highway connection. That won't last forever. We're going to want to replace it eventually. But we do need to deal with this goods problem. That's very definite. I'm still a little surprised that there's forestry trucks coming to this cargo harbor. I mean, this one is still seeing a decent amount of usage, but it's not as much as I'd like to see. That said, as we continue to develop this area... Oh, we've got a bit of a crime issue out over here. Okay. We should probably take a look at our crime situation here. Okay. We're doing okay, all things considered. We do have some sickness over here. We may want to think about getting a hospital. That's quite expensive, but we can afford it right now. We could put the hospital in. That space is occupied. This is not a hugely efficient way to set this up, of course. We could put in the hospital over here. Something like here. And these things can be moved later on. It'll just cost us a little money. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. And then we should no longer need this section. There we go. Now, I believe we're going to be lacking maybe water here. Nope, we're good. Okay. So off go all of these ambulances. We're immediately using 24 ambulances. 26, 28, and all 30 ambulances are in use. Okay. We probably should have looked at our healthcare here. We've got plenty of heal capacity. Again, this is a problem with getting to our locations, not with raw capacity. That's the same thing that we have over here, and what we had with our death care. All of that is all the same problem. We're just struggling to get around a little bit, which is fair enough. Our throughput in some of these locations just isn't very high. But that's to be expected, in all honesty. I'm not shocked about any of that. It does feel like our imports are improving, doesn't it? I feel like they're improving. But there's only so much that comes in via this cargo harbor. So I would like to put in another cargo harbor, perhaps up over this way somewhere. Yeah, that could be a thing. Definitely. That could definitely be a thing. I would like to do that. Let's put in a cargo harbor over this way. And, of course, we don't have a road here, but that's fine. I would want to put it right about here, but that can't connect to the trade route. The trade route only comes in over on this side. There is no trade route up... Actually, there is a trade route up this way. We could put the cargo harbor up here, but it wants to connect to this trade route rather than this one, which is a little awkward. Yeah, that wants to connect to the south trade route. It could go up here, actually. Cannot connect to route because of that island? Yeah, it's because of the island. It has to straight shot to the route. Awkward. Very, very awkward. Well, we could put it in here. That's an option. And actually, I think that's a pretty good option. We would then have this come out like so, and then this can just dead end here. That's fine. Of course, we need water, and we will get some water out over there. There we go. Okay. So that should mean that we're not exporting via this cargo harbor really at all anymore, I believe. Here comes a ship. And another ship as well. Cool. So there's a lot of imports coming in. And we should be able to import for this from here as well. So that should overall help our imports dramatically. We do still have some import issues over here, but that should lessen the load on this cargo harbor. And that's the overall concept there. As far as these imports go, I'm a little bit surprised that this isn't running off of the highway, considering that the highway's literally right here.
This is all that jazz.
Am I dumb?
Funk on the fives.
I believe I'm dumb. I think I know why this isn't happening. I believe there's no way to get off of the highway going this way into this area. Did I just completely omit that? I believe I may have. Well, we could take this off over like this, say. That would be a possibility. I think I want it to come off over this direction, though. Like that. But yeah, I'm fairly certain, because this is an on-ramp, and there's no off-ramp over here. That's a big part of the problem. That is a huge part of the problem. So we'll just fix that one. Thank you very much. Okay, and that is our first car. They are driving home, apparently. Okay. But they're now starting to pathfind their way over here. So we've got ourselves a sports car here, and here comes a police car, which is probably going to deal with that crime rate issue. I was under the impression that we had a way to get from this highway into this section, but we just didn't. I just completely omitted that, and that's certainly a mistake on my part. So that should solve that issue, in theory. It may take it a little bit of time to get that done, but that's fine. Hello, pause menu. And then this over here. Well, that should lower the weight on our other cargo hubs, in theory. And here comes additional goods coming in. Yeah, we definitely need more goods. That's very clear. We'll get rid of those for now. What happened here? A fire? That kind of looks like there was a fire there. Interesting. We do have some crime issues in our industrial area, and in order to address that, we could simply put in a police station over on this municipal island. That will help out this situation pretty dramatically. And overall, we may not have expanded too much here, but I feel like we addressed a lot of the issues that we have going on here. I hope. I hope we've helped our import situation. I'm pretty sure we have. So, like, if we check up over here, what do we got going on here? I mean, that's a hot dog van there. I'm hoping that we see more imports coming in over this way via the highway. What do you got? Yes, importing goods to Home Improvement Center. Beautiful. I don't know which one of these is the Home Improvement Center, but there we go. And returning to facility. So yeah, we are seeing some goods being imported here. And we're seeing a cargo ship come on in over here. Definitely not taking out that fishing ship. And then we immediately see this van importing goods to a drugstore. Cool. There's not a lot of goods that came in on that particular ship. Oh no, here they come. They're just taking some time. No, these are returning to facility. Okay. Well, that's fine. We see a few goods coming in over this way anyway. So that should help import our goods import problem. And that should help stop our, like, insane churn in our commercial zones. I hope. It's a little strange that they all want to go around this way, but as we develop this commercial zone, I think that'll change. Take a look at the cargo hub. No, thank you. We don't... Are there even any train connections in Archipelago? I feel like there aren't. Yeah, there's no train connection in this map, so that is not going to help us. Obviously, we've still got some issues with our importation. More specifically, I think that what we need at this point is time for our importation changes to really take effect. And I think we might have to do another change or two here and there. But overall, I think that this will do the trick, ultimately. It is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll see if any of those importation changes have any measurable effect. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Spartan News, Rose Valentine, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.